Now let's look at the Shape tab in the product editor. This gives you an opportunity to define the shape of the object as well as the properties of each edge of the shape. First, looking at the side properties, notice that we have the front of the cabinet selected and each edge turns red as you select it, and that's currently defined as the front face. We can look at all of the different options that we have available to us here. Now if we click on the right edge, we can see that that's currently defined as a right end, and notice the scribe being listed at a 1/2 inch, but it's grayed out. As long as the end is defined as a right end or a left end, your scribe will be defined automatically based on where the cabinet is positioned in the room. So if the left end is exposed, it will automatically be defined as a finished end and the scribe will be altered accordingly. If the left end is positioned next to another item and it's defined as an unfinished end, as it currently is, the scribe will be automatically set according to your parameters in the product library. If you want to override the scribe for an individual cabinet, simply change the end type, and we will change this end type, for example, to an unfinished end. And perhaps we want the scribe on this one cabinet in this one job to be 1 inch. The adjust side option enables you to adjust each edge of the end. For example, if we wanted to move the left edge of this part back a certain distance, maybe 4 inches, we need to overlay a cabinet behind us, or for whatever reason, then you simply enter that dimension. Another example, perhaps you have a refrigerator upper cabinet. You want to extend the end of that cabinet down to the floor to create a dust panel. Then you can simply adjust the bottom edge of that part, whatever that dimension might need to be. You also have access to the Parts to Build button here at the Shapes tab, which we covered earlier. Simply is a checkbox of all the parts that you want to build in this cabinet. And your Cabinet Ends button, which is also available to you with a right click option at the Product tab, allows us to define the left and right end of the cabinet as finished or unfinished if we want to extend the ends to the floor. And you can also add basic shapes. For example, if I wanted to clip the left corner 4 inches and clip the right corner 4 inches, then the cabinet will take on the new shape. And we can see that here. Now we can go in and use the side properties we talked about earlier to define each of these. This is now a finished end. This is going to be a style. This is going to be a style also. We'll make this a right end so that it will automatically pick up whatever the properties are in the room based on its location. This is the front face of the cabinet, and this is the back of the cabinet. And finally, let's take a look at the Edit Cabinet Shape button, which enables us to further enhance the shape of the cabinet. We can see the shape that we currently have with our 2 clipped corners. Perhaps this is a cabinet where we actually want to clip the back edges as well. That happens to be a right click option, so we simply right click on the point and we can clip that point by 4 inches, and allowing us to create a clip on all 4 edges. And we could further enhance the shape of this cabinet, or you have an opportunity to default it back to its normal rectangular shape, as we can see here. And the Edit Shape also enables you to create specialized shapes. For example, perhaps we want to add a point here, and the front face along the cabinet is going to be a specified distance, and then we can take this point and move it to create a very unique shape cabinet. And then we can define each of these. Perhaps this is the front face, perhaps we want to call this a right face, and this is going to be the right end, left end, and back. And then when we get to the section editor, we'll have an opportunity to section each of those faces.